You've decided to hire an attorney for your accident case or your medical malpractice case or even your wrongful death case. I have one question that you should be asking each of those attorneys. Would you like to know what it is? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law here in the state of New York. The one question you should ask every one of these attorneys is, what was the last case that you lost at trial? Now, you may be asking yourself, why would I ask such a question? And why would an attorney want to tell me about the case that they lost? In reality, no attorney likes to talk about the case that they lost. You want to know why? Because it doesn't feel good. They only feel good about talking about the cases that they won. But by asking about the cases that they lost, you're going to learn a great deal about the attorney. You're going to learn whether they hesitate about whether or not to tell you about the story that they lost. And I guarantee you, every trial lawyer who tries cases will have a case involving the one that they lost. I'll tell you about a case I lost at trial. It was a number of years ago. I represented a young woman who was on her scooter, her son's scooter, and she's going down the driveway and she slips and falls and suffers a fracture to her elbow. And she goes to her orthopedist, and the orthopedist tells her, don't worry, it's not a big deal. In fact, he just gave her an ace bandage. What really happened was that the doctor failed to recognize that she had a fracture. And as a result of the doctor not realizing that she had a fracture, she continued to use her arm as well as her elbow. And her condition got worse and worse and worse to the point that weeks later, she finally was in unbearable pain, went to the emergency room where they did an x-ray, and it showed not only did she have a fracture, but now the fracture was in multiple pieces and she needed surgery to fix it. So it was our claim that the doctor should have recognized that she had the fracture and should have casted her at that time. And because he failed to do so in a timely manner, she now ultimately had a great deal of pain for weeks. And then because of that delay and because she continued to use it, now she had to have surgery to correct it with pins and hardware. Unfortunately, the jury turned out not to like our case. Why do I share that with you? I share it with you because I just want to show you that it had nothing to do with the way I presented my case, had nothing to do with anything we didn't show. Rather, it had to do with what the jury believed and whether they believed my client or whether they believed the doctor in this particular instance. When you're searching for an attorney, just ask them, by the way, tell me about the last case you lost at trial, and watch what happens. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you a little bit of an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the litigation process, in the trial process here in the state of New York. In all likelihood, you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. This is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. Well, that's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.